Okay, starting the video from Quack's neighborhood.
Not just Phil Jackson. Look at it.
Well, I know since then, but
You
They,
know,
they
and
never got the number one pick, though.
okay, you gotta get lucky. But I mean, if you look at the last 10 years, I think they've won 17 games twice.
Mm-hmm.
And just slow. And this year they did win 47, and I think Thibodeau's a great coach. But you know, did it work for them tanking? I don't know. We'll see. I hope.
No, but they've,
Hope
you
it
know,
pays off.
I mean, they've got better parts and better pieces, obviously, than the Wizards do.
The Knicks? Sure. But I mean, they're
Did it
not
work
like
out?
they're poised to be contenders.
They're not on the brink of winning
yeah,
the
nobody
championship.
thinks they're poised.
Well, that's how hard it is to win.
That,
I mean-
well, that's how hard it is to tank and get lucky.
I mean, if you throw out Denver this year, I mean, just look at the list of NBA champions, and you've got multiple.
I'm not lobbying to keep those three dogs that we, let's start over. But if we had better coaching, we would have won more games. We would have been more competitive.
How many more games?
I don't know.
4
10.
games?
I don't know. Like if we had Thibodeau or we had the Donk in Miami.
Spoelstra.
You don't think we would have won 10 more games? Better coaching? I'm
Well, also kind of makes you wonder what the. I mean, obviously West is back this year, but you got a whole new.
Still have no
new
chance
brain
of
trust.
surviving this.
Right.
Still have no
Bill
chance of
Belichick
surviving
without
this.
Tom Brady. Doesn't look that silly.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that great.
Right, I know, but I think in basketball, it's a little different. Who knows?
Hey, who contributes more to the Wizards next year? Bilal or Jonathan Davis?
Jonathan Davis.
It's a horse race. I can't
You
imagine.
call me Jonathan Davis.
Johnny Davis, whatever. I mean,
I
Johnny
mean,
It's all
Davis.
good.
I mean, they're both, mediocre.
They're both going to be backups.
Maybe Davis.
I don't think Koulibaly's going to start. I don't think Koulibaly's going to start.
I think Koulibaly probably has some G League time in him.
Yeah, he probably does.
How could they start Koulibaly?
Yeah, they're not going to start him.
Embarrassing.
I think he's going to hardly play.
But again, that's part of the plan.
That's
developing.
fine with
In that sense, I understood.
Bring him along slowly.
Because he's a big time project. Let's go to Earl and Laurel. Earl, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How we doing? Thank you very much for taking the call. I'm not with the rest, but it's confused also because they traded Porzingis, but they turn around and get Poole. Don't he make more money than Porzingis and whatnot? I just have to, I don't understand that.
They got rid of Beal and they brought on Poole. That's kind of the way you have to look at
They
it.
had to bring on a big salary guy
I think he's making 17 or 18 million a year.
because
less
there's a
than Beal.
salary cap, but there's also a salary floor.
Yeah.
So you
The
got to
conventional wisdom
you got to
seems
spend a
be
certain amount of money.
that Poole, they're hoping, at least this is the fan perspective, is that we're hoping that Poole will, like JP said, be a star on a bad team, score 30 a game or whatever, and his value will be outrageous, and we can then move.
Or they could flip him now. Poole,
I
think if he plays for them, he's going to be averaging mid-20s for them. He's going to have nights where he scores 50, and he's going to have nights where he shoots 7 for 28.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what you're going to get from Jordan Poole. The interesting thing there is, and I think they just don't care, they're just moving, trying to acquire assets, is the guy that they also received in one of these trades. I've forgotten which one. I think it was the Beal. No, it was Porzingis. Tyus Jones,
Yeah.
pretty good point guard, backup point guard for John Morant. Plays the same position as Jordan Poole.
Mm-hmm.
So they got their best two guys right now in their roster. Probably in terms of experienced guys in the NBA, the best two guys play the same
That's the
position.
thing I don't understand about Poole, because he's got 4 years left on this deal. I just didn't understand that.
Yeah, I would guess.
Unless they're playing,
I would
hopefully
guess-
within a year, flip him.
I would guess they think that he'll put up big numbers this year, and then other teams will want him, and then they flip him.
He's like the
for
centerpiece of
more
the
assets.
offense, at least for the next season. He's going to be the guy who's been playing he'll be
What's
playing
his
like
name?
40 minutes a
Redick
day.
was hyping up Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones is a good
Well,
player.
he's also a Dookie. He's hyping up his fellow Dookie.
Okay.
But
But
Jason
Tyus
brought up a
Jones-
good point that has played 500 plus games in his
He's been a
career and
backup,
started
yeah.
like 70.
So now he's probably going to be a starter.
Right, but he claims that when he starts, like if you look at his numbers, they don't dip. You know, like
Yeah, he's a good player.
his efficiency stays the same.
That's the thing. He's efficient. He's just not overly athletic. And you're not going to have an overly athletic starting five because you're going to have Denny in there. You're going to have Kispert in there.
That's
Tyus
okay.
Jones probably.
Denny's pretty athletic.
And he's
Jones,
It's okay.
he's the perfect starter on a team with designs on winning 20 to 25 games,
mhm.
in my opinion. The perfect kind of guy to plug in there. You're our guy. You're our starting guy.
Well, we're going to talk to the GM, Will Dawkins, at 9 o'clock. We'll talk to him about the draft. We'll see what his thoughts are on Bilal, what actually brought them to the decision to draft him, because as EB mentioned, there are other guys that we liked who they could have drafted, whether it was Taylor Hendricks.
Do you think he would tell us who else they were considering at that spot?
Yeah.
He might tell us, huh?
I'm going to ask him about guys that they didn't draft yet.
Yeah.
He can. All I can say is can't talk about it.
And he can fill us in on the 6'10" guy, Tristan Vucevic.
Vucevic, yeah.
I mean, I tweeted at Junks Radio a little highlight reel. It's absurd, the highlight reel. Now he's playing against high school kids. To shoot.
6'10".
He was
He was
the one
listed
that
at
was taking 42.
Yeah, he was listed at 6'10", 185. Now, I would agree with JP. He looks thicker than that in some of these highlights, but who knows? I mean, he might be 200.
Yeah, he doesn't look as skinny as like Wemby or Chet Holmgren. He's not as tall.
Yeah.
But who knows? You don't expect those guys to contribute, but they're going young. They're going athleticism. They're trying to acquire shooting as well. They're going to probably be led by Jordan Poole and Tyus Jones next year. But maybe, you never know. They've always been high on Denny. The whole reason they traded Rui. Now, this was Tommy Shepard, the previous regime. It wasn't that they
Don't you think-
just hated Rui. They thought that they would be able to give more time to Denny.
But don't you think that we kind of know what we got with Denny?
Yes.
It's been enough. We kind of know.
They're
what we
just
got.
grasping.
The 8th player on your team, Danny Avdia.
I mean,
say hello to him.
I'm a little intrigued by the trade for Patrick Baldwin Jr. last night. So Baldwin Jr. he played for his dad, I think at like Milwaukee.
Yeah, I vaguely
right?
remember.
So he was easy top 10 prospect. They said after this regular season in the mock drafts, he was a lottery pick. He ended up falling to 28 in the draft in the Warriors, and then you flip him for a year later for the 58th, 57th pick, whatever it was. So that's a good turnaround for the Wizards. Kinda
Probably
like
gets
it.
ice for his nickname, PBJ.
20 years old. He's got talent.
He's a big shooter, right? That's his thing. Isn't he a shooter?
Yeah,
That's
he's a
his
good
thing.
shooter.
These are, all these guys are shooters. Well, not all of them, but Vucevic,
I like it.
Baldwin.
I like it.
He shot 38% from the three-point line.
Yeah. I mean,
From the field, only 39%, which tells me he's only shooting threes.
Yeah, he's only shoot threes.
Crazy. PBJ, five-star
him.
recruit
I
out of
like
high
him.
school, one of the top players in the 2021 class. So we will see. We'll talk to Will Dawkins coming up at 9 o'clock. Next, it's time for the Junkies Weekend Parlay on the Fan. From Laurel to Columbia and Bowie to Annapolis, you can now hear 106.7 The Fan on 95.5 HD2.
Just tune to 95.5 and hit the HD radio button on your car radio for better coverage in Prince George's, Anne Arundel, and Charles counties.
Remember the 3 B's? Best behavior, boys.
The Sports Junkies on 106.7 The Fan and the Odyssey app.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Welcome back. Junkies come to you live on 106.7 The Fan in DC. Simulcast on the Team 980. Time now for our Junkies Weekend Parlay, brought to you by our friends at FanDuel. The FanDuel Sportsbook is America's #1 sportsbook and the official sportsbook of 106.7 The Fan.
All right, last week we did not have a good week. My Ronald Acuna 3+ total bases loser against Colorado. The Nats money line against Miami for Cakes a loser +140.
You went back to the Nats train.
I did. I went
Eric
back to
had
well.
Adley Rutschman to hit a bomb against the Cubs in Wrigley, plus 950 loser.
I think he hit one the next day. Missed it by a day.
Jordan Walker to have 2 hits and an RBI versus the Mets. Loser. And then I can't remember. I don't remember. Who am I missing?
Mike? I don't know what Mike had.
No, well, I don't have JP's. Oh, you weren't here.
He was away. Yeah.
Man, that's a future week. We need a bounce back. If you want to bounce back
It's safe
here,
to say
might
you
be
guys
due.
didn't win the parlay while I was on vacation.
very safe to say that, yes.
All right, you want me to just go first? Can I just go first so I can get it in? I don't have to worry about it. No, you're not betting on the Nats, right? Or against the Nats?
I am not doing the Nats
All
today.
right. I'm gonna. Corbin's pitching.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's had a little bit of a better year, but as somebody pointed out, we should always bet the total, or the run line or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over. It looks like 8 runs, right? Is the total? So I'm gonna go over
in San
the
Diego.
8.
Total is 8. Correct.
Corbin's pitching. I'll go over the 8. Cross my fingers, and that way, hope they win. But they're gonna have to score runs.
Looks like that's tied for the lowest total on the board.
And that's a low total
Yeah.
for a guy whose ERA has been around 5 for the last 3 years.
Right.
Makes no sense to me.
All right, you're in. So
Thank you.
Nats are in San Diego tonight. Played a 1:00 game yesterday against Arizona, which was a makeup game because they had to get on a flight, go out to the West Coast.
The wildfire smoke
Right.
from a few weeks ago.
Right, exactly. And that explained why they were playing a day game. I was talking about how they played 3-day games.
Yeah.
This week, and that was the reason they played.
Davey was very bitter too. Definitely got ejected.
Oh,
All right,
he
do
did.
you
I saw
have
it.
the wheel thing? The wheel sound effect? No, we never found it.
All right.
All right, who's next then?
Let's go to JP.
JP?
All right, so you made a home run play last week, EB, and you missed it by a day. These are risky plays, but you know what? You're not going to get a big reward unless you have a big risk in life.
Yep.
So I'm going with the home run play. I'm going to go to my Orioles. Gunnar Henderson, starting to do a little damage. In the month of June, he's hitting .358, has 6 home runs. If you look at the last 11 games, he's got 5. I say tonight he hits another one, plus 460. Let's go Gunnar Henderson, home run.
Against Seattle.
All right.
You're
All right,
in.
you're in. All right, so we got Gunnar Henderson bomb. Seattle plus 460. All right, I'll go next.
You always go third.
I don't have to, but I'm gonna get it out of the way. So I've been giving you player props in baseball the last few weeks. Like I said, I lost Acuna last week, but I hit Brian Hayes the week before that, and I'm just looking at Justin Turner's number. Justin Turner's a third baseman for the Red Sox in the last 7 days. He's 10 for 21, including 3 bombs. And for the month of June, he's hitting 340. So he's heating up. And they're playing the White Sox tonight. Now it's in Chicago. Giolito's pitching. He's been pretty good the last 3 or 4 starts. But I think Turner's kind of locked in. I'm going to go Justin Turner, 2+ total bases versus Chicago tonight. And it's plus 120.
Very baseball heavy card.
What else is going on to bet
Yeah,
on?
You
it's
can
not
bet
like-
WNBA, I
I
guess.
could
Yeah.
bet golf,
Yeah, there's not much.
boxing, MMA.
Not a lot happening.
Oh, thanks.
To Denny McCarthy yesterday, who had 10 birdies at River Highlands at the Travelers. 10 birdies.
That is impressive.
Shot a 60, par 7. He shot a 60. Made that game look so easy. Unbelievable. Leading the Travelers after 1 round.
Pretty sick.
All right, Dravi, you want to go?
Yep. This is a notice to the listeners out there. Don't play my baseball plays.
Okay.
But I'm just having fun here.
Stay away.
I always pick prospect bets. I can't hit any of them. So am I going to change things up? No, I'm not. There's another young kid I like, Luis Matos. He's a 21-year-old outfielder for the Giants. He's called up recently, probably 10 days or so ago. I'm going to pick him to get an RBI tonight against the Diamondbacks. Zach Davies is on the mound. I think his name is. He's got a 7 ERA. He sucks. It's time for a breakout game for Matos, rookie from the Giants. So pick up an RBI at plus 175.
Just 1 RBI?
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep it
All right.
simple.
All right. Okay, good.
Let me get to the RBI totals. All right.
What's it? What is it? Plus what?
Plus
175.
175.
Okay.
Yep. He's in. All right. So, Cakes, let's get to you.
My confidence has been dinged of late. I can't remember the last time I booked a win. A lot of that is related to the fact I've been betting on the Nats. So today I'm going to pivot. I'm going to take the over in the Braves-Reds tilt. Now, it's 11 runs. It's the second highest total on the board. But Luke Weaver is on the bump for the Reds, and he's had a pretty terrible June so far. He's got an ERA of 10.1 in 3 June starts. That tells me they're expecting a lot of runs in this game, so I'm going to go over the 11 runs in that matchup.
And they're playing in Cincinnati.
I'm
That's
ashamed to say
small ballpark.
it's
horrible.
it's a minus 105, but I just need a win. I'm just being honest. I need
You need to win.
I need a W to restore some confidence.
All right, you're in. All right.
Get some swagger back.
Mikey, you want to close it out, Mikey?
Yes, sir. Hey, fellas, I got revenge on my mind with this one. There's another UFC card tomorrow. It starts at 3 o'clock in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going right to the main event. Ilya Tapora against Josh Emmett. Emmett is 38. Tapora is 26. Tapora is undefeated, so he's a great prospect, 13-0. Josh Emmett is 18-3. Give me double chance Ilya Tapora by knockout or a decision win, plus 115. Like I said, he's a great prospect. He has a lot of wins by submission, 8 wins by submission, 4 wins by knockout. Josh Emmett has been knocked out 6 times, 10 losses by, Josh Emmett's been knocked out once, 1 loss by decision. So, just give me Tapora, double chance. I think he's going to keep going. Prospect's going to stay undefeated, get to 14-0, and let's rob the books this weekend.
By the way, how much day drinking will be happening in Jacksonville for a 3 p.m. UFC card kicking off? Oh, it's going to be quite a scene.
Yeah, an aggressive amount.
Yeah, I would guess.
All right, so your recap: Justin Turner, 2+ total bases, plus 120 against the White Sox. Gunnar to go bomb at Camden Yards against Seattle, plus 460. Over 8 in the Nats Pods game, even money. Luis Matos to have an RBI, plus 175 against the D-backs. Over 11 Braves Reds, basically even money. And then Tapora, what did you say? It was method of victory, correct? All right, $6 pays you $2,155.
Very nice. Very nice. Never ever
Never
see
seen
it.
Coming up next, it is Fridays with Feinstein on the Fan.
DC's FM Sports Talk. Sports Radio 1067, The Fan.
This is Former Science with an On-Sea Sports Minute, sponsored by Wrangler. It's Wrangler season out there. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles. Today's birthday shout-out goes to LaDainian Tomlinson. The 44-year-old Hall of Fame running back has been living vicariously this year as his nephew, cornerback Travius Hodges Tomlinson, played for their alma mater TCU in the national championship game and then was drafted by the Rams. How cool is that? A Former Science.
If car designers can make cars look like anything, why are there so many boring cars? Why not a car that looks like an ancient sword?